It's been a tough year, 2025. We saw the kind of plateauing of demand, certainly in the US and even somewhat globally. And this was all before the election last fall and the change in many of these policies. And now, of course, those have only added to it. The loss of the EV credit, which pulled a lot of sales into Q3 and made a lot of these companies look good, but it was because a lot of sales were pulled forward because they knew that the incentive was going away. And once it went away, Q4, as we've now seen, fell pretty hard. And I just don't see any reason to think that in 2026, any of these numbers are going to move back up, certainly in the US and for companies that are US based and are selling mostly in the US, which would be the Rivians and the Lucids and even Tesla. It's going to be a tough year for them. I'll admit that I'm impressed with how far the capabilities of this driving program has come and its ability to have these vehicles both in private hands as well as the robotaxis navigate fairly complex circumstances. But he still has to get to where he's not got safety drivers in the cars, where Waymo's way past that. And he's still got to get to where he proves that to regulators at a level that they'll let him start getting, certified for use in widespread areas in multiple markets. And all this has to happen, fairly quickly. Waymo is continuing to really aggressively advance in this area. And if he can get his robo-taxis going in the next year with a lot of these challenges solved, and he doesn't have LiDAR, which also still makes me think he's got somewhat of a disadvantage versus some of the other companies out there doing this, but he's got a lot of work to do to get caught up and certainly to surpass where some of these other leading companies like Waymo are at already.